I'll try to go real short on these next few. Okay, Judge. I read on, you say, John, you shouldn't have read the El Defensor. It was good I read it. The El Defensor had a little article before I researched it. The article said, Judge Manuales is a criminal who solicits a history of prostitution, and he's crippled 2 men, and he's got away with it. Now, when I read that, I thought, I don't know. Okay, I looked for that. I didn't read it from them. The man that you ran over by City Hall, indeed, suffered serious injuries. The TxDOT worker almost died. Both of those men, you could say, are crippled. They still, till this day, suffer injury. Now, there have been cases where people went off the road at the speed limit. Okay? They didn't even go as far as you did, Judge. They simply went on the little, which I thought originally they went a little side road. No alcohol involved, no texting involved. And if they were first-time offenses, but what they did was they hit, some of them were bicyclists. That one charge, not going over the speed limit, not even 6, 10, or 50, simply failure to maintain their vehicle, which led to serious bodily injury. First charge, people did prison time. First charge, sir. Now you had 2. You had 2. So indeed they were right about that. Number 2, there's no record of the arrest. Supposedly the witness that has made this claim says when the cops arrived, they took the cuffs off. That's what the witness said. How many times did that happen? What was the age of the prostitute? 3. Do you have any connections with the drug cartels out of Mexico? These are questions everyone should be able to ask you, sir. Do you have any connections at all? And are you presently involved in any illegal activity by collecting funds and money to show favoritism in particular court cases? Supposedly the prostitution thing was more than one. I don't know for sure. And I wouldn't even be mentioning it, but the other things that that particular blogger mentioned, I found out to be true. The names of the man you ran over, and let the public know that when the final cop made that report and said he was not ticketed because he was only doing 6 miles over, that wasn't the crime. You could be doing the speed limit and not even go 50 yards off the highway. If you're doing the speed limit, there are cases, no drugs, no texting, but you cause serious bodily injury. First case, failure to maintain a vehicle. Granted, they're not going to arrest the person and send him in jail just because he went off the median. But when it leads, and actually, it's more severe when it's a highway worker, because it just happens to be that way. So this man, according to the El Defensor, they're correct on that. I couldn't verify the arrest of the solicitation because according to what was said is when they got on the scene, somebody else came in and cuffed you. Now, I can't verify it because you have no record on it. But Carlos Valdez, so we asked this, sir. Are you involved presently in any illegal money laundering? Are you involved in any criminal activity that has to do with the drug cartels out of Mexico, sir? And will Sandra Watts and Missy Metairie continue to praise you for your values, knowing that you, and I'll tell you in some of the cases where there was a first offense where something happened, if you had a second one, meaning you had 2 instances, even if you're doing the speed limit. If you went off that road, then those people are in prison for 30 years on the 2nd instance. This judge has had 2 and 0.